Redirect your mind to the open lane. Regroup your thoughts, let go of the strain. Refocus the vision, it's all in your name. Jeff got the mic sparking up the flame. Redirect, regroup, refocus, we thrive. God in your spirit, keeping dreams alive. The vibe is deep, the truth's in the lines. It's your time, now don't let it pass by. Struggles in the rear view, we moving ahead. Wisdom and hustle ingrained in what's said. Jeff bringing light to the stories unsaid. Keep the focus straight, don't just lay in your bed. Switching the gears, shifting the tone. This ain't a journey you walk alone.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live, baby. And we are here on another episode of the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. How is everybody doing on today? Let me tell y'all, man, I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm just glad that y'all can tune in with me today on this particular episode, because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Today, I definitely, and when I say definitely, I definitely have something that I would want to discuss today, because I was talking to somebody, and the question that I want to pose is a great question. I just really need y'all to chime in, tune in, because we gonna dive in today. But y'all know where we at, baby. I just gotta let y'all know where we at. Boom, baby. We here at the Vibe Studios 219 here at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. It consists of Ron Reed of the VNO, what you know, myself, Life Coach Jeff of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace. Who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. If you need a podcast or a radio show produced, we have you. We are also doing documentaries as well. There are a lot of different things we diving into. We're trying to work on getting some people out to come so we can film them, we can interview them, the whole nine. I know Mary's been reaching out to some great people as well. So yes, let's make it happen, y'all. So yeah, y'all tap in. The Vibe Studios 219 is doing great things. And also, people, we have a second location in Maryville, Indiana, right at Healthy in Space, y'all. Y'all check that out, man. Vibe Studios 2 in the building, okay? We are right here at Healthy in Space, okay? So we got two locations here in Lake Station and another one right there in Maryville at Healthy in Space, right off of 61st and Broadway. So y'all tap in and stay connected, okay? And what else we got? Man, I have to let y'all know about this, man. We got something good coming on with Biggs Radio Chicago, baby. I got the flyer today. Okay, listen. 5 years. Biggs Radio has been around for 5 years. So we celebrating, baby. On Saturday, June 28th, 2025 at 6 p.m., we're going to be at 531 East Market Street in Indianapolis, Indiana, baby. We going down to Indy, okay? We're going to have celebrity guest appearance, performances, and food and music. So y'all tap in, man. For more info, you can call 773-462-4447. And this is a Dinah Lynn Biggs CEO production. I'm just letting y'all know on the fly. But 5 years of Biggs Radio Chicago, WCHI Biggs Radio. Yeah, it's a rooftop mixer, baby. So we going to have us a great time in Indianapolis. I just need to let y'all know we in the game out here. So yeah, y'all come out. If you can, come down to Indianapolis with us. I don't know, I might have a couple performance slots for some of my people. If y'all would like to perform, hit me up. Let me know. I can let Boss Lady know, and you can perform at the rooftop in Indy. I'm just saying. So all right, y'all. We got that going on. What else, man? I need to announce Shateria Beauty as well, man. My man again, T.L. Williams and Ruby Go Smoke, his wife. They have Shateria Beauty. Please, man. Shateria Beauty is out here. It is a vegan hair care line that is out here giving cancer patients their hair back, people. They said it. They ain't gonna lie. I can't make it up. It's giving cancer patients their hair back. So please, y'all stay tapped in to Shateria Beauty and stay locked in, because we rock with these two over here. They good. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. T.L. Williams and Ruby Gold Smoke in the house. Y'all tap into their hair care. Chicago's #1 vegan hair care line, Shateria Beauty. So, y'all, we're going to get right into it, because I have one question that I really want to pose to y'all today. I was talking to one of my friends today, one of my boys, and this is something that really got me going. I need to know, how do you all react when somebody hurts you? This could be infidelity. This could be when you feel let down by a person. This is when you feel like you just felt wrong, let down. You felt hurt. You felt emotionally distressed. How do you handle something like that? Because when I was talking to my particular friend, they're going through like some relationship problems and issues right now. And the thing is, my guy sat up here and told me, he said, yo, I'm not about to have the same conversation over and over again. I'm not going to get into it, but he said, I'm not going to have the same conversation over and over again. And really, I want to let y'all know, if y'all having the same conversation over and over with a friend, a spouse, or a loved one that you have been hurt by, you are not okay. Can I say that again? If you have to repeat the same conversation over again, y'all, we have to stop saying we're okay. Because it's okay to admit when you're not okay. It kind of just grinds me up a little bit. It gets me going just a little bit, only because of the simple fact that when there are certain things that you are trying to do in this life, right? When there are certain things that you're trying to do in this life, you have to just forgive people. And I don't even mind forgetting. They say, well, you don't ever forget. Sometimes it's okay to forget certain things. Because I do believe you forget certain things when you are truly healed. You forget about certain things that have gone on in your life or happened with certain people because you're healed. That ship is sailed, it is gone, passed away, and you are now able to deal with it. But how do y'all deal with being hurt? I'm going to tell you, I love to use my marriage as an example. I was hurt by a lot of things in my marriage in the beginning, but I had to remember, the person that you're with that loves you, they can only tell you the truth. And you have to take that truth and you have to hear a person. Okay? I'm telling y'all, you got to take that truth. You have to hear a person. And the thing is, sometimes those are the tough conversations that we need to have, just not with our spouses, but with our loved ones, family, friends, the whole nine. We need to normalize tough, real conversations. Oh, yeah, I told you I was going to be good. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, because when you get hurt by somebody, you feel betrayed. You feel like they've let you down. You really do feel like that somebody should have done something that you wanted. But what happens when they don't give it to you? Do you express? Do you pout? Do you cry? What happens? Do you just remain angry? Because healthy conversation and discussing things back and forth. The Bible says, get wisdom, and in all that getting, get understanding. Apply this to your friendships, your relationships, the people that you meet. Again, a simple biblical principle. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. It just says this is the way to invoke wisdom. So you can get wisdom, you can seek after wisdom, but if that's what you want, you need to get understanding. You need to get clarity from someone. And I do understand a lot of times when we have these tougher or harder conversations with people, a lot of times we don't want to open up and share. We don't, which leads me to my next point. The reason why we don't want to open up and share is because we tend to have a lot of insecurities as people. Can I just be real with y'all real quick? We tend to have a lot of insecurities as people. These insecurities can be with how we look, how we might talk and sound, how we might feel about different things that happen to go on in our lives, world events, how we just feel about people in general. We could have insecurities, and we have these insecurities because we always want to impress people all the time. And what I mean by impress is just we want to make a good impression on people. In order to impress somebody, you have to make a good impression on them, right? So the thing is, that's what I mean, people. We want to impress people all the time. We always want to make sure we're saying the right things and doing the right things. But a lot of times it's about our heart posture. Have a good heart posture when it comes to this. Have a good heart posture. I'm telling you, man. If you want to really impress people and give them the right impression, have a good heart posture when it comes to certain subjects and things. Be considerate of people. Try to tell y'all. Because when it all comes down to it, when you hurt, when you feel like somebody has done you wrong, You truly, truly have to deal with it. I tell people this all the time. Your issue is still going to be there, whether you get angry or not. Your situation, everything is going to be there. It's all in how you deal with it. That's why I asked the question. How do you deal with hurt? How do you deal with rejection? How do you deal if you feel that somebody has done you bogus, wrong, just downright dirty? How do you take it? Do you accept it? Because it's actually okay to accept certain things like that. It's not okay to keep letting people treat you bad. It's not okay to keep letting people do you dirty. Because somewhere down the line, you have to have some type of self-respect for yourself. Let's talk about what that self-respect does. I'm going to be honest with you. That self-respect, what it does is it helps you build up a tougher skin, right? It helps you in a sense. So when it comes time to have these tougher conversations, now you're ready to have them because you built up a tolerance. If you want to work, if you want to build something, you get in the gym and you work out. A lot of times we don't want to get in the gym and work out when it comes to our emotions, when it comes to how we feel about certain things, people, and subjects. We don't want to go to the gym about that stuff. I'm going to share something with y'all. I have a dinner that I will be attending tomorrow. It is through a group called Base Chicago. Base. Shout out to Base. I have a membership with them. The membership costs $100 a month. And with this particular membership, what you're able to do is you are able to tap in with people who are in the surrounding area of Chicago. And you're able to go out to dinner, talk to certain people, expand and broaden your horizons just a little bit when it comes to people. That's what you're able to do. So I'm taking this as a networking tool. So I have to be open to the fact that these are people that I'm meeting for the first time. Again, I'm putting you on my shoes real quick. These are people that I'm meeting for the first time. Okay. And when I'm meeting these people for the first time, what's going on is that I want to make an impression on them. I'm still going to be me, but I have to realize to an extent that I have to be open to what somebody else is going to have to say about how I feel about certain topics, certain subjects, the whole nine. I pay $100 a month so I can go and meet new people with different ideas, different experiences, the whole nine. And if you take it seriously, it'll work out for you. So I wanted to say this portion because what I'm doing is I said, if you want to go ahead and work out, you want to work out, what do? You have to put in the work. So what I'm doing is when it comes to how I feel about certain things, different subjects, yes, I express them on the show, but you got to get out there and you got to talk to more people sometimes. And I talk to people all the time, but right here, this going through Base, shout out to Base Chicago. This membership is just going to open up more doors as far as what I have going on, everything. So if you want to go ahead and put in some work when it comes to talking to people, getting new experiences, being open to if somebody has a difference of opinion of you, you might not be comfortable with doing it with people that you love because it might be too much for you. But I encourage you, if that's something that you're dealing with, try to hear from somebody that you don't know first. Get used to hearing difference of opinions and different things, questions, comments, concerns from other people first. Because if you continue to work on it, it'll do nothing but build up your inside and exude its way out. I'm telling you. And I get it. Some of y'all might be shy. I used to be very shy. Believe it or not, I used to be extremely quiet. I didn't talk to a lot of people because I didn't care. I didn't feel the need to talk to a lot of people. I just felt that like, oh, okay, I'm just out here doing me. Who really cares? But then you start to realize as you talk to more people, as you start moving around, as you have goals, hopes, and dreams, there are people out there that do care. They do give a crap about you. They want to follow you and your mission. They want to know what you have going on because you're a good person. They want to know about your life. So I encourage you, build some thick skin when it comes to this. I want to call it emotional resilience. When it comes with rejection, when dealing with rejection, when dealing with difference of opinion, when dealing if somebody hurts you. Trying to tell you, because hurt is a very hard thing to overcome at times, especially, I'm gonna be honest, especially when it's from the people that we feel the most should understand us. Telling you, rejection is very hurtful when it comes from the people that we feel should understand it the most. That's why, honestly, a lot of times people don't want to open up. A lot of times people do not want to open up. And I'm so glad I chose this little portion of scripture right here. I'm telling you, because it speaks volumes. Pat, what's going on, Pat? Thank you for tuning in, sir. I'm just trying to let the people know, Pat. Just trying to let the people know, man. Thing is, a lot of times we don't want to open up because we have that fear of rejection. But honestly, when you're talking to your loved ones, your family, people out there on the street or whatever, just be respectable of what somebody has to say to you. Respect what somebody has to say. It don't take a lot to do that. I'm telling you, if you work on this part, you will start to have thicker skin with people. You will be able to have better, great, and deeper, more dynamic conversations with people. They'll start to actually understand where you're coming from. You could tell when somebody that went in the gym and put in that type of emotional work. You could tell. It's not about having the I don't care attitude about what people think. Normally, be very honest when I say this. Normally, if you have an I don't care attitude when it comes to people, and then you want to say, oh, I don't really care about what people got to say or whatever, they going to adjust to me, they going to adapt. Let me tell you something, people. They don't have to do that to you. They don't have to do that for you or to you. A lot of times you could be saying something and people do not care. They will zoom right past you and go on about their day. Or just listen to you and act like they listening. And everything you saying is going through one ear and out the other. Your boy done been there before. I have been there. I'm just letting y'all know it's the people out here in the world like this. So when you're dealing with that rejection and hurt from people, build up some thick skin. I'm letting y'all know, man, in my marriage, with my growth, everything, there are things that were said to me that I thought were hurtful, but it was coming from a place that I had to go ahead and I had to dig back deep into, and I had to say, where is it actually coming from? Why does my wife feel this way? And I'm telling you, all these things that I'm saying, you can apply not just to marriage, you can apply them to other aspects of your life. You might have a friend that you have a falling out with right now, and he or she is just giving you the whole business, the whole work. They disagreeing with you the whole nine. Y'all might not even be talking right now. But if you're not talking, I challenge you to try to understand where that anger is coming from, where that hurt is coming from. Even if you come up to the conclusion that, hey, I said something this way, I tried to do this, tried to do that. Even if you have to apologize, and you feel like you shouldn't have to. I've apologized to people when they say, Jeff, why are you apologizing? Come on now. What did Pat say? Pat said, facts. When you want people to adapt to you, they're looking for you to adapt to them. So you're at a stalemate. Oh, come on, brother. That's it, man. Pat, I'm telling you, thank you for tuning in, sir. I appreciate you, big dog. Yes, Pat, I'm telling you, that's the truth, bro. Because you think people are going to adapt to you, but they want you to be considerate of themselves as well. That's why I always tell people, if you want to be selfless, real talk, let's be honest. If you want to be selfless, learn how to put other people's needs ahead of yours. And what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about you have to keep selling yourself short and wearing yourself out. No. Because people, there is such thing as being used and abused. There is such thing as you keep giving and nobody wants to give you anything back in return. That ain't what I mean. What I mean is position yourself in a certain way to where you talk. And this is everyday life. This should be everyday life, with how you talk, with how you interpret things, when how you trying to even get a point across. It should come from a place of love. It should come from a place of peace within. That's where it should come from. If it comes from a place like that while you're talking, I'm trying to tell you, you will really hit people in a different way, and you'll be able to become more relatable to everybody. Michael Lewis, Brother Lewis, I have not forgotten about you, sir. I haven't forgot about you. I saw your message. I saw your inbox. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call you as soon as I'm done with this show here. And thank you, big dog, for listening. I appreciate you, man. Telling you, You take the time to do these things, yo, and it will expand your mind. You want to learn how to get over hurt, pain, and rejection? You have to learn how to be understanding of what somebody is trying to say to you. And even if they look you in the face and they tell you, hey, man, that's not what I meant by it. This is what, allow somebody to explain something to you. Because I'm going to tell y'all, it is very hard to sit in the seat across from somebody who you feel is about to criticize you. You feel that way, but you haven't even heard the reasoning. You don't even understand why they're saying it. You don't even understand where it's coming from yet. Remove that fear out of your mind that somebody is coming to attack you. I'm only trying to help y'all out here today, man, because I had to get the fear out of my head that somebody was speaking to attack me. And this is real life. This is what your boy went through. Again, you can seek wisdom, but in all thy getting, get understanding. That is the basic principle that I really want y'all to take out of this. That you're using wisdom in all of this. And in order to use wisdom, you have to get some type of understanding. In order for you to use wisdom within a marriage, within a relationship, within turmoil you're going through with a friend, you have to try to understand why somebody is doing what they are doing. And I get it. A lot of us in life, we've never had a back and forth interaction with people. A lot of us, we never knew what it was for somebody to truly express from a place of love, right? We never knew what it was for a person to truly express something in a place of love, because all we heard was the anger in their voice. All we heard was their emotion. But sometimes what you got to do is you have to listen to somebody, not to react. Again, there it is, baby, that understanding. You have to listen to understand. That's where that comes from, because we're not used to that. Patrick, what you say, brother? That's right, man. People cannot take constructive criticism. And honestly, that's all it is. That's all it is. Some of the realest people that I've met that can actually take constructive criticism, they welcome it. They say, you know, I really want to hear what you have to say. I value your opinion. When they say stuff like that, and I'm talking about confident people now. Like my boy, Pat confident. I know Pat gonna go ahead. He don't mind taking some constructive criticism because of how he looks at life. I've had interaction with Pat. I can tell Pat has that type of personality. You know? What did my man Michael Lewis say? He said, I had to do that myself, of understanding people's position on certain situations. And you write about listening and letting it sink in. And I'm telling you, bro, when you understand somebody else's positioning, all it does is it just opens up doors. What did Pat say? Pat said he don't mind. I told you, I know Pat said he don't mind. I know the brother don't mind because I carry himself. I act, you know? And to speak to Michael Lewis's point again, you gotta let it sink in. I'm telling you, we all want to put on the stank face. We all want to put on the mean face. And we actually want to throw darts and throw things back at people, right? When you're trying to gain understanding is not a tit for tat. It's not a game you play back and forth with people. And even if somebody wants to do that to you, you have to remember that just because somebody did the tit for tat for you, that doesn't mean you have to give that same response. Because now what are we doing? We're not actually solving a problem. We're not solving an issue. We're not trying to make anything right. What we're doing is we're just adding more gasoline to the fire. Every single time you bring up what somebody has done wrong, every single time you want to say, well, I feel that you haven't done this, that, the third. See, I'm telling you, you can feel a certain way. I have feelings too, but I want to know. Sometimes, to me, a feeling cannot trump what you know. A no is what you actually see. Knowing is what you see. That's evident in what somebody has shown you. That's evident in what somebody has given you. That's evident in what you can't deny what you have seen and what somebody has shown you. Now, if you could talk about straight facts, that's beautiful. I employ anybody to go ahead and give straight facts to a conversation. You know how many I have been humbled before because somebody has given me straight facts about myself. And you know what helps? When you actually agree with the person, because I'm going to tell you, I've also been in situations where people will give you facts about yourself and they believe you're going to disagree. You want to stump somebody who's grown in their tracks, who think you don't have any understanding about you, that want to argue with you, tell them, you know what? You're actually right. I have noticed that about myself. Say that in that tone one day. And listen to the response that you're going to get on the other end. Most of the time it's silence. Or they'll ask you, well, do you? Do you? Try to tell you. Give them some understanding about you, baby. Michael said, when you do that, did that tit for tat, it leads down to a dangerous road of being toxic. We have to show empathy and understanding that truly allows us to have a more productive conversation with one another. I agree with you, Michael. I agree with you. Honestly, that's why I feel a lot of times when we have these relationship shows and podcasts, I'm starting to me, they're starting to get a little bit better now. I'm starting to see a few more reels where people are a little more understanding. They're listening. Because at the beginning, I'm be real honest with you. What it was, Michael, you got some people out there. He said, preach, Michael. Go ahead. Pat said, preach, sir. There it is. Keep talking that good, Michael Lewis. These reels, they starting to get a little bit better out here when it comes to these dynamics, these situations, what people are talking about. It's getting a little bit better. But people, we got to stop arguing about who's masculine, who's feminine, and all this other stuff. Honestly, listen. If you want to walk in a certain type of energy, honestly, to me, that comes with confidence. If you are confident about yourself, people will go ahead and say, oh, he must be cocky. But the thing is, your confidence has to precede the work that's being done. There are a lot of people that are confident out there, but ain't doing nothing. So yes, you are cocky. You are. But if you are confident and your work speaks for itself and your accomplishments speak for itself, the work has to line up, people. Like, for instance, I'm not going to tell people the stuff that's going on in my life, what I have going on, because it all has to make sense. It's all got to line up. Prime example. I have a business called Redirect, Regroup, Refocus. We focus on shifting the mindset, self-awareness, and call to action. I'm telling people that these are the things that I talk about. Exhibit A. What are we talking about in this conversation today? We are talking about a subject that has to allow you to shift your mindset. And then I also going to bring it home when I say you have to go ahead and look at yourself. You have to go ahead and accept things about you that somebody else is going to tell you. Follow me, people. When you're having a discussion, or when, I don't want to say an argument because sometimes things get lost in arguments, or when you're having a discussion, or you're having just a moment, a disagreement where somebody might not like what you're saying. You have to go ahead and swallow your pride and accept the fact that, you know what, maybe I don't want to listen, but I need to listen to this person. And then when we focus on the call to action part, the call to action part is actually doing it. That's why I said you can feel all day. Nobody is trying to say you shouldn't have feelings or emotions. But in order to flip those emotions around from negative to positive, you got to put in some work, baby. You got to get in the gym and you got to go hard in the paint. Try to tell y'all again. So what you see has to line up. Everything has to line up. Try to tell you. Michael Lewis has a question here. Question: why is it so hard for us as a society to not only be accountable, but to be self-aware that we need to have a changed mindset? Are we scared of what change requires us to do? I'm going to be honest with you, Michael. I really believe that people are scared to accept things about themselves because we don't want to accept the bad that comes along with us. We don't. Like, honestly, I'll tell you this. Somebody had to tell me, Jeff, I think you're arrogant. And I said, okay, well, why do you think I'm this way? Honestly, because all it is me pushing a vision, is me pushing a notion. And I'm going to tell you, The people that usually think you're arrogant when you're in a space like this, they don't understand all the work and the discipline that it takes to do this. So don't mistake arrogance with discipline. But what I had to do was I had to listen to the person who said and thought that I was being arrogant. And I had to say, well, why do you think that? I had to take an inventory. So see, Michael, a lot of times when we don't want to change, it's because we have a perceived negative image of what other people think we are. So instead of wanting to listen, what we do is we're so quick to react. So you have to get every negative. The only reason why I didn't take offense to it was because I didn't have a negative perception. I didn't think that this person was going to give me a negative perception. If somebody says they think I'm arrogant, it's the reason why you think that. You're telling me what you think I am. I have an opportunity to explain to you who I am. Once they gave me an opportunity to explain it, I broke it down. It was great. What'd he say? Because we live in a barrel of crab society. And that is very much so true. We do, Pat. We live in a crab in a barrel society, sir. Nobody, when somebody gets ahead, or even with change, let's talk about that interchange. Even with interchange, when people feel that somebody's doing good work on themselves with some interchange, and people start to see that, you know, that person who's being that crab, they'll go ahead, they'll pull you right, they want to pull you right back down, because with change should come something better. And sometimes people want you to stay at that level where they're at is because they're not capable of the change at that moment. Let me change that. They're not capable of that change at that moment. Anybody can change if they want to. You have to have the mindset to want to do so. And another part to your question, Michael, when you asked us, you said, are we scared of what change requires us to do? Very much so. The Bible says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I push these principles because these are things that are going to help grow people. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. You want better for yourself, and the evidence of things not seen. But you haven't seen it yet. This is why we couple the other scripture, faith without works is dead. So this is why if you're going to believe in something, it is a requirement that you have to put some type of work behind it. Excuse me. Oh, man, I choked. So, people, that's just not a biblical principle. That is a life principle. You remove the scripture out of it. Let's just remove the fact that I said it in that way. If I came to you regularly and I said, hey, all you have to do is put some work behind the action, and then you'll see some change. That's pretty much all it means. That is all it means. Put some effort behind what you want to see done, and you'll see a return on it. Let's start talking to my business people. You'll see a return on investment, an ROI. You'll see that. That's all faith without works is dead is. You have to believe so much in what you want, even though you can't see it, that you're willing to put in the work in order to get to where you're trying to go. You got to believe it. Let me see. Patrick says, what did Michael Lewis say? He said, Patrick Keys, yes, we still have that mindset even after some things have changed. That's true. That's true. And some people don't want to see you thrive and better yourself. Very true. There are a number of people that don't want to see you thrive. Because sometimes that's jealousy, right? Sometimes that's jealousy. I've seen that play out too, man. People look at all the work that you're putting in. People see that you're moving. People see that you're striving out here. And then somebody wants to question what it is that you have going on. I'm telling you, people, this is real life. When you get into the realm of a space, it doesn't have to be on a business level. It can just be something as simple as changing yourself for the better. Had a great talk with a woman by the name of Paulette. And Paulette was saying when she went to a certain place, she was around some friends, and they asked Paulette, well, are you going to drink today, or are you going to be holy? Why does it have to be Oh, Patrick, I'm gonna get on that subject real quick. I'm gonna bring it up after I tell this story. Why does it have to be that people have to ask us if we're going to do certain things, if we're going to be churchy, if we're going to be holy because nobody wants to drink? If you don't want to drink, that's your preference. You don't have to drink. Why do we have to throw those things out there to people? To make them seem like they need to fit into where we're at. Because, you know, somebody sees that you're being different and they want to tarnish you being different. I'm telling you, man, this is real life. True story. Talked to this lady today. Told this story today. Pat says he lost my best friend due to jealousy. Oh, let me lost his best friend due to jealousy. This is why they say people, it's very good to be around like-minded individuals. This is why they say it's good to be around people who do support you in anything that you do, you know, because with support also comes chastisement and correction as well. It comes something with that. So what you have to do is you have to be ready for that as well. And when you lose a friend because of that, that friendship was doomed. That means they was already looking at you. They was already a little envious. And then when you got to elevating, they was like, oh, they was either afraid you was going to leave them or thought maybe you were being cocky and arrogant and thought you were better than them. When that's not the case. When you trying to do better and want better and have something for yourself, baby, I ain't got nobody to compete with but myself. Always remember that, people. When you trying to strive to do better and want better, you ain't competing against nobody else in this world. You are competing against you. Let's see something, man. Let's see. Michael Lewis says, Patrick Keys, wow, that is crazy. And I lost a friend based upon I am moving differently. Yep. Then they were moving. That's it, man. That's it. That's it. When you start to do different, it's a different ball game. He said, Jeff, you need to call me and hear this story. Oh, yeah, Pat, I'm going to call you, and we're going to talk about it, sir. He said, Jeff, you just made me jump out of my car and shout, bro. Man, that is so true. What you said. Hey, man, I'm just trying to be honest with the people. Try to be honest. When people see that you got something going on, man, I don't know why that does something to people. See, when I see people elevating around me, that makes me want to elevate. That pushes me to do better. But you have to remember, I'm already on a trajectory with myself. You know, I'm on a trajectory with myself to where that's what I already want. So I can't get jealous of nobody. See, have you ever noticed that the people who get jealous are the ones that are on that level of not even trying to have better for themselves? Let's just be real. If we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. There comes a point in time when you have to say, I don't know. You have to stop saying, I don't know. You have to want to get to know something. You need to get to know a process. You got to get to know a system. You got to get to know a way for you to be better and have those things that you said that you want. I could tell my story all day, brother. It started with one camera. That's that main camera right there. Let me switch it. It started with this camera right here that's pointing to me. And then after that camera, I went ahead and I bought two more. And I went ahead. I had a dream on what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. That is purpose. Oh, Michael, I'm glad you put purpose right there, boy. Hold on. Let me say that. Let me see if your statement fits. He said, and they still hold on to the old presentation. There it is. And they still hold on to the old presentation of who you was in the past instead of seeing the steps you are making towards your purpose in life. Come on, Michael. You need to come here right now, sir. Patrick Keys, facts, bro. Yes. And some people expect you to love yourself less to love them more. Ooh, y'all out here talking today in the chat. Y'all out here. I'm telling you, if y'all didn't get none of this good today, and if you ain't catching this show, I highly advise we got 20 more minutes. You better get on it, baby, because we trying to tell the people something here today. And that's the thing. Yo, Michael, you right. Some people are trying to hold on to the past of you because, again, people want you to be at that level where they at. They feel like you're going to leave them if you try to better yourself. And I'm telling you, some people not ready to go where you got to go. We want to take people with us. We want to love them to the fullest. We love them to the fullest extent because we love in our hearts, right? We trying to be good people. We trying to do the godly Christian thing. So we think it's the godly and Christian thing by trying to lift some people and elevate with us. The same people that don't want to go. We're supposed to leave them and let them come into their own understanding. We're not supposed to beat them over the head. We're not supposed to try to get them to understand it. You're supposed to be the light that shines and to be the example. So other people will want to follow what you are following. I'm just trying to throw it out there, people. Once again, another principle, life principles, biblical life principles. I'm just throwing it out there. If you let the light shine in you and you be who you are supposed to be, walking in your purpose, walking in your calling, or just simply being you genuinely, maybe, just maybe, you might influence somebody so that they could go ahead and want to change for the better. I'm trying to let y'all know. And what he say? Some people expect you to love yourself less to love them more. Exactly. Don't dim your light for other people. Don't dim your light just because other people want to see you at that same level they at. No, baby. You're supposed to be bright out here. Who cares if the works that you're doing are bringing attention to you? The works that you do should bring attention to you. Should bring good, positive attention to you if you are in that straight and narrow path. It should do that for you. I know one thing, when you shine a light, like these lights that we have in here, what does it do? It becomes bright. It illuminates things around you. Without light, you can't see. When you're in the dark, you roaming around. You might hit something. Let your light shine. Be beautiful out here. You better light up every room that you go in. You better light up everything that you touch with your purpose and everything that you're supposed to do in this life. Because I'm telling you, can't nobody, I wish I had a camera zooming on my face. Can't nobody dim the light that's over here. Because God has purposed it, God has ordained it, and we following this. We are following the whole plan. Now, whether you want to be on the train or not, baby, the train gonna go. The Jeff Relaford train gonna move, regardless of whether you own it or not. I keep telling some people, it's some people that can come with me, but you don't want to go in the same direction. I don't have time to go ahead and worry about what you got going on, what you don't have going on in your background. You either gonna come up, and I'll pick you up if you want to come up. But if you don't have a hand extended, brother, my sister, I can't help you. Ooh, I'm just trying to let her know. What'd he say? He said, facts, I'm shining my light and stand in my light and shine with me instead of trying to dim the light. Exactly. Yeah, let some people shine with you. Some people can shine with you, man. I'm trying to tell you. Everybody who I'm connected to, my vision is to have them shine with me in some type of way. Whether I'm presenting some type of opportunity for them, whether it's going to be getting exposure on my shows, having people know who they are so they can get some more following, gain some more people, the whole nine. That's what I want to do for people. Excuse me. Because at the end of the day, I say it all the time. My platforms are not about me. They are for people like y'all. That's what I'm trying to have my light do. Even down to the fact, let me say it, people. See, I'm a very humble person. And I say this because the people who know me and they really talk to me, you know, they understand that I'm not big on accolades. And the thing is, it was a lot for me to post on my social media that I was getting an honorary doctorate degree. I'm being very honest. I'm being very open with y'all. I'm letting y'all know my heart real quick and who I am, right? That was something that was kind of tough for me a little bit because I often wonder, and that's something I've been working on, how people will perceive that. But, you know, when I put it out as a video to let them know that I was graduating with my honorary doctorate degree, I got a lot of great feedback. See, that's the thing. People are watching for the positivity. Hey, thank you, Pat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. And I got a lot of positive feedback. But see, that was something I didn't want to do because I was worried and scared about the perception of what people was going to think. But you just have to remember, you always gonna have some haters. The people that support it are the people that support. The people that's looking at the background saying how, it's because of the work that I'm doing. And just in case y'all want to know what the honorary doctorate degree is in, it's in evangelism studies from Cheeseboro Bible Institute. Evangelism studies. So again, remember when I said that everything you do has to make sense and it has to align up with your purpose? Everything that is getting ready to happen, and even more this year, is aligning with my purpose in what I'm doing and what I'm bringing to the people. I'm trying to teach from a place of by example, people. Can I do that? Can y'all allow me to come on my show and teach from a place from me trying to lead by example with the path that I'm taking? If you stay in your lane, you mind your business that pays you mind and attention, I'm trying to tell you people, you have an opportunity to be very successful in anything that it is that you do. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate you, Pat, and Michael. Thank y'all. And you'll be successful. It takes time, it takes work, it takes dedication to do these things, man. So it's not more so of how did somebody have something? Is I tend to look at what did it take for that person to achieve the greatness? I don't care about what they got. The only reason, and what I mean by I don't care about what they got is that's something I'm not going to harp on. We should never harp on what people have and say, well, why them? No. You got to look at what they're doing to see how they got what they got so you can emulate and try to walk in your own individual footsteps to get what it is that God has for you. What did Michael Lewis say? He said, man, we have that fear factor at times, and I've been dealing with that as well. I understand, brother. I understand. And Michael, honestly, it's a fear that's normal. It's a fear that's normal because we have to remember with certain things that are attained and gotten, you know, we all have a perception of what we think how we think people are going to view us. We all have that. I don't care if it's down to your looks, to your attitude, or how people are saying you talk, the whole nine, or anybody talks, the whole nine. Even just if you have a bubbly personality, if you are a happy person, it is somebody out there ready to tear you down. So we constantly, I can't get my words right. Jesus, I need some water. My mouth kind of dry. Anyway, we constantly live in a world where everybody is being judgmental. You look at Instagram, there's always a perception of how women are supposed to look. And honestly, for the ladies out there, just because a man hits the heart button on the post, that don't mean that's what he wants specifically. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother show on that. Yeah, I think I might do that. What do men really want? We're gonna have to have a man chime in next week. That's what I'm doing. What's next week? Let me see. It's the 21st. I'm gonna have a guest on here. You know what? I'm gonna do that on Monday because I don't have anybody lined up for Monday. So on Monday, on Biggs Radio, WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, I'm gonna talk about what do men really want. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna talk about it, Pat. He said, what? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, brother. We're gonna talk about what men really want. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Because, okay, let me give y'all a little snippet. Just because somebody is boom, boom, pow, what if they not all the way right up there in their head? Did it ever pity that maybe a lot of those women that look like that, they tend to be very superficial? They might be into themselves so much. I can't be with a woman who want to take pictures of herself all the time. Can't be with a woman who's more concerned about her looks than not, and she's not as concerned about her future or her career. I'm just saying, just a couple of things to throw out there. This is why I'm married to the lovely Megan Relevant. Shout out to the wifey, because my wife is not superficial at all. She cares about her looks the same way I care about her looks. You know what I mean? It is a normal thing. My wife is not puffed up in herself or nothing like that. Shout out to the baby for that, for real. One of the things I admire about my wife, you know, she's just a normal human being. It's beautiful. Anyway, that was a snippet of that. But, you know, we got 12 more minutes, man. Less than 12 minutes left. And you know what? I just hope today, honestly, that y'all got something out of this. I hope that y'all really went ahead. Y'all paid attention. Y'all listened. I hope that just walking away from this particular conversation that I'm having today, I really hope that y'all tuned in enough to where y'all got some nuggets. Because, again, I come on here every day. This was sparked. This whole conversation, honestly, was sparked based off a conversation I had before this. And I had no idea that I was going to be this passionate about it. I had no idea that I was going to be willing to go and dive into these realms like I did. But y'all just make sure that y'all listening to people. Y'all make sure that y'all getting wisdom. And if you are getting wisdom, get understanding. Please do. That's very crucial to being successful in anything that you do. Pat, I'm telling you, you know what I could bring? It would be dope if I had both you and Michael on the show. That would be dope. Now, Pat, if you willing to take that long drive, we're going to have to set it up because I would love to do it live. Thank you, Teresa. Great show as usual. You know, we try, girl. Oh, and also, I have to make this announcement as well. Oh, this is what you needed, Michael. I'm glad I was able to provide, sir. Again, this is why I do what I do, because it's not just for me, it's for the people. And I have to let y'all know, every Friday, we will be on Rejoice 102.3. We on FM radio now, people. We just not on internet radio. Now, your boy Life Coach Jeff is on FM radio, okay? Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m., we will be on Rejoice 102.3 Chicago, WYCA. And the name of the show is called the Spotlight Radio Show. I need y'all to tune in. I need y'all to listen. It consists of myself. I will be known on the air as Dr. Relaford because we are applying the aspects of the honorary doctorate to the conversation that we have on there. So I'm going to change that. I'll be known as Dr. Relaford on that particular show. But we Life Coach Jeff when we come to these platforms, okay? Life Coach Jeff. So I will be on there with my boy DJ Stakes. He'll be playing some gospel mixes, and we'll be hitting y'all with music. Y'all can actually call in as well. We'll always throw up the number on there. I might just go ahead and go live if y'all don't choose to listen, if y'all might not be close to your radio or whatnot. You know, we throwing it down, man. We throwing it down. So that's what we have going on. As I said, man, if ever you're going to do something, make sure it's in direct alignment with where you're trying to go. One of the worst things you could do is get off the path of where you're trying to go in order to achieve success. I've been there. I've done it. You find yourself circling back, trying to pick up some pieces to where you left off before. And I'm letting y'all know, y'all don't want to do that. That's a tough road. It can be a tough road. It doesn't always have to be a tough road, but it can be a tough road. So I just encourage each and every one of y'all, keep your dreams going. Stay passionate about what you want. You know, because at the end of the day, don't allow nobody to take that from you. Never allow nobody to take that from you. But all right, y'all, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live with another episode of What People, the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. And guess what, y'all? We gonna end it out a little bit early. And guess what? I do love y'all so very much. And as always, peace out.
Redirect your mind to the open lane. Regroup your thoughts, let go of the strain. Refocus the vision, it's all in your name. Jeff got the mic sparking up the flame. Redirect, regroup, refocus, we thrive. God in your spirit, keeping dreams alive. The vibe is deep, the truth's in the lines. It's your time, now don't let it pass by. Struggles in the rear view, we moving ahead. Wisdom and hustle, ingrained in what's said. Jeff bringing light to the stories unsaid. Keep the focus straight, don't just lay in your bed. Switching the gear, shifting the tone. This ain't a journey you walk alone.